What's up, guys? Welcome back to What's up, guys? Welcome to a brand new series on the channel. This is FS19. So we've done a couple playthroughs now on FS17, and that's a really great game. This is the newest version of that game. This is the newest of the new, the best of the best, supposed to be the most realistic farming simulator you can be playing at this point in time. And I'm convinced, man. Okay, I've played on this map for maybe an hour tops, just sort of messing around, getting a little comfortable with it. I still don't know where everything's at, but for the most part, I think I've got it handled. So what we're going to be doing is starting a brand new series. This map is the Pacific Northwest map. This map was suggested to me by a good buddy of mine named Mitch. So Mitch, if you're watching this, I just want to ask you if you know what rhymes with Mitch. And I'm just going to leave that there for him, and he knows exactly what I'm talking about. So we're going to get going here. It looks like we have a John Deere harvester over here, or combine, if you will. I do have manual attach on, and it has been really finicky, so I have to like hit F1 and actually pull out my help tab. See there? It's the only time I can do that, and then attach the hoses. Anyways, we're gonna get this thing unfolded. I believe this is oats, isn't it? Yeah, so it's oats, 0% fertilized, 0% weeded, needs plowed, needs lime. So they start you off kind of crappy. I bet we can do this entire field. Wait, what's the... Okay, so this has a capacity of 10,000 bushels. I bet we can get... Man, we'll probably be down. We'll probably have like one row left, but let's just hire out the worker and get him going on here. I bet you we get to at least having just the smallest section of one row before this thing actually has to get tipped into the wagon over here. What do we got here? Cagroliner. Wait, is that how you pronounce that? Cagroliner. Yeah. Okay. Some company I've never heard of. Not a surprise. Not a farmer. I'm a virtual farmer, though. Got that right. Okay, so I'm going to back this baby up on here. Having the manual attached is kind of nice, but a lot of the implements I've found are like the mounting point is almost too close to the tractor, so you can't actually get your character to squeeze in between your trailer and your tractor. I'm just going to sort of drive around now and show you guys the farm. Looks like we got a seeder there, we got a header trailer, a sprayer for the back of probably our tiny little Massey Ferguson over there. Oh, this seems safe because traffic totally loves to stop. Watch, he's just gonna run right into my trailer. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, this'll work. Okay, so we got a front loader, we got a bale fork, we got a pallet fork, we got a bucket. Oh no, the oats we don't have a baler. So the oats are going to leave like a straw on the field. So there's nothing we can do there. I say we plow over it. I'm going to go get the little Massey Ferguson tractor. Oh my god. The Massey Ferguson tractor we have, that little tiny one up at the top of the hill. I'm going to go grab that and I think there's a front weight with it. I'll put the front weight on the Massey Ferguson, and then we should be able to use that, I believe. We'll probably have to upgrade it, actually, thinking about it a little more. This thing's probably got like 130 horse or something. Alright, we'll just leave the John Deere there. Actually, what is this? So we got a John Deere 6135M, which definitely has enough power to pull that plow. And this is a 5610. I think we're probably going to have to upgrade it. Most maps that I've played don't give you one of these workshops. You typically have to add one in, so it's kind of nice that it's already here. Customize. And they gave us 100,000 to start with. 130, so 105 to 130. That's pretty good. And then I'm more of a fan of the wide wheels, but I'm not a fan of the weights. Some farmer out there, someone who actually knows what they're talking about, is going to see this video someday and be like, dude, you're supposed to have weights in the rear for plowing. I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Okay, so we're gonna run the wide tires. We're gonna leave the front loader attachment on it. Wait, god dang it. Pretend you didn't see that. We're gonna go back in here, upgrade the engine, change this to wide tires, and then hit customize. 13 grand. We're gonna pay 13 grand to put some wide tires on it and upgrade the engine. This thing better have a freaking turb ski on it now. Alright, so we're gonna run this, actually just over here, because that's where the plow is. We'll back it up to the plow, get it all connected up. A little bit closer. That's good enough. And then there shouldn't be a PTO, or actually maybe there should, because how else is it supposed to... Oh, there's hoses. How else does it rotate? Is it just a hydraulic rotator? Because correct me if I'm wrong, this thing will go up in the air, and then you should be able to rotate it side to side, depending on which way you're going down the field. And it almost... I'm going to disconnect that again, because it kind of looks like there's a PTO there. Let's take those off. Okay, drive forward a little bit. Oh, no, I'm just stupid. Don't... If you ever want someone to give you advice, don't take any from me. I clearly have no idea what I'm talking about. Alright. Oops. Lift that up. Okay. And we're on our way. There should be a way to rotate this also. Is X? No, X is folding it out. So we're going to want it facing this direction while we start on this field. And again, you guys are going to be like, there's straw on the field. You got to get the straw on the field. I would if I had enough money for a baler. But I think the cheapest baler is like $40-some thousand. I'm not trying to put us that far in the hole right off the bat. I'm sure we have plenty of grain to sell, actually. Yeah, normally you start off with a little bit. I'm always a fan of soybeans just because of how much money you get for them, but with this small of a field, I don't know if that's our best bet on getting a solid income. It also looked like we had, I gotta watch myself on these roads. A car's gonna come by and smack me. This thing over here is for sheep, apparently. Now, I have not 100% not played FS19 in the way of the animals. I have not touched the animals yet. I have no idea what's different about them. So this is definitely something I'm super excited to see. Like, do they eat this grass there? I honestly don't know. I haven't watched any FS19 gameplay just because I wanted to sort of remain surprised about what exactly happens. So it looks like we got this boy on the field, we got that boy on the field. What else could we do? So it said we needed lime. So let's see about getting some lime. Fertilizer technology. We got this big boy. So it goes with the 1100. We should be able to pull this with the Massey Ferguson tractor. Should be able to. And let's just keep it. Yeah, let's just keep it regular size. Keep it with the regular spreading disc. That's going to be way too much for us. Wait, yeah. And then narrow tires, normally yes. However, we're going to be spreading lime on a freshly plowed field for some reason. I don't know if that's the right thing to do or not. I don't know the stages or how you're supposed to do that in the real world. But we're going to buy this sucker. $39,000, that's... You know what's great? I totally just contradicted myself. Here I am saying I don't want to spend $40-some thousand on a baler to put us in the hole right as we're like, you know, making a new series. And here I just bought a freaking fertilizer spreader, just because we need one, pretty much. So let's disconnect this bad boy, Billy. And let's go find the shop. If I remember right, it should be this direction. I'm actually going to switch to a controller. I've been doing that lately, just sort of driving around, switching to a controller. It's a little bit easier to drive. Like, it's still pretty squirrely, but... And then it's always hard to actually hit the... like on my mouse, it's super... Jesus. On my mouse, it's super easy to hit the cruise control, but on the controller, you have to hold LB, RB, and then press B at the same time. And while you're steering, that's, I don't know why, but that's hard to do. I don't know. Give it a shot. Let me know what you think in the comments if you think that's more difficult than just hitting a side button on your mouse. So we're going to take this road down here. It's like steep. I mean, this is, you would not want to be driving up this in the winter. No, thank you. I'm pretty sure Idaho has some gnarly winters. I could be wrong on that. I don't live in Idaho. But if you're trying to drive up that in like front wheel drive car, you are not making it. I'm sorry. Rear wheel drive car or front wheel for that matter. You're not making it. There's no way in hell you're going to make it up this hill. And if I remember right, this store, the store should be down here and to the left, I think. Okay, no, I was completely wrong. God, this is beautiful, dude. This is way better look. Oh my God. This is way better looking than FS17 already. There she is. See her out there sitting pretty. And no cop, no stop. We're in a tractor. The law doesn't apply to us, right? Okay, so let's pull right up in front of this bad boy. And then I'll switch back over to my keyboard. Back right up. There we go. I don't know why I always try to get as close as I possibly can. It really doesn't matter. See, that connected really easily because there's so much space in between your tractor and your trailer. But when you like can't get in here, I don't know why, but it just makes it so hard to attach. And then there is I know this for a fact. This is the one thing that I looked for when I was doing my little quick playthrough earlier today. I know for a fact that there is a fertilizer station, like not too far from our house. So what we got to do is go up this massive hill again, back up to that flag up there. You can see at the top of the hill. That's our farm. So we got to go all the way up there and then head to the right a little bit more. Oh, and while we're driving, something that I just want to mention, if you were a subscriber when I was previously just G2 Media, I want to thank you for subscribing to G2 Media, a totally unclickable name. We have since rebranded. We are now Toogii. Honestly, I was trying to like go through it and figure out, God, what could I use for, you know, a more clickable name, something that people go, well, how do you pronounce that, or who is that, or what how do you say that? So I landed on Toogii by literally just flipping the G and the 2 around, making it Toogii. But then I got to thinking more, no, that's still super boring and also kind of weird. So I made it seem like a name. If you want to guess what Toogii means in Estonian, you are more than welcome to Google that and figure that out. But it is a name, I guess, somehow. But yeah, that's what we're doing. Wait, what am I doing? We're gonna keep going. All right, I'll see you guys in a sec. I gotta quit talking. I'll get distracted and we'll end up in the field. Okay, so it's only been probably a minute since that. I just had to go around that bend there. But this is the tank right here. I mean, it's super, super close. And I think there's no arm on it. There's no like auger from it. So I think we just pull up next to it, click R, and away we go. All right, so we're gonna hop back in here. Also, I didn't even talk about this. This is a Breedle or Bredel fertilizer spreader. I think I've used a couple of those in FS17, and I did really like them. I don't know much about the brand per se, but they worked really well. So, and actually, someone who actually like watches all the videos, whoever you are, you're a legend. I haven't met you yet, but I love you. So this one, I'm pretty sure I've used before, like this exact one, but I had the other spreader arms, like the 6-meter additional spreader arms on the back. So I liked that one. I don't think it has a cover, so we're gonna have to park this in the garage. See, and there's another question I have for FS19 compared to 17. Most people that play 19 now, I'm sure, are not trying to compare the two because they're super different, but that's just the type of person I am. So in comparing these, I wonder if the rain has anything to do with like the straw on your field. Does it disappear when it rains? You know, that sort of stuff. Or the lime that I have in the back of the tractor right now, does that disappear if it gets rained on? We're gonna tab over. Oh my god. Okay, how accurate was that though? That's almost one. I think I said, if I remember right, I said we'll have just like barely 1 row left, but we have barely 2 rows, so that's all right. I was close, dang it. Okay, so let's get rid of the worker and just bring this, since I have my other tractors occupied. Well, sort of. The other one, the John Deere's just chilling over there, but I'm going to just bring this straight over to the wagon. Actually, you know what? No. We're going straight to the silo, baby. We're going all the way. Which shouldn't be difficult. And dude, look at how beautiful this map is too. Oh god. It's a good looking map. I mean, that's a nice looking town square, I'm pretty sure is what that's sort of supposed to be. God, I cannot drive. Okay. So we should be able to pull up right next to here and just dump straight in. Awesome. That buddy of mine that I spoke about, Mitch, do you know what rhymes with Mitch? He had mentioned to me that they're going to be making Seasons mod again. So I'm pretty pumped for that. I'm hoping it's not something that you'd have to make a new map to add, like a new save just to add it. So we'll see. Hopefully, man. Hopefully. It looks freaking good, man. I can't get over this. It looks so good. Look at the shadows. Man, I like it. All right, we'll just turn on out of here then, and try to close her up as best we can. So something else that's kind of cool in FS17, if you wanted to like close your harvester, your combine up, and you had grain in it, you couldn't do that. But if you, it looks like if you have like not a lot of grain in it, you can actually close it up still. And in real life, I'm sure you could probably do that as well. Very generous of the map makers, making it so you actually start with a pretty massive storage unit. That's awesome. Just curb it right there. Sweet. And then let's tab back over to the spreader. We shouldn't really get the spreader going. You know what? How about a time lapse? Let's do it. All right, in 3, 2, 1, go. That is that field done. So I don't think I talked about how many fields we have. So we have here, let me scroll over so you can see them a little better. We have 22, we have 12, and we have 11. 12 is just grass. That's going to be used just for the sheep. 11 has only been cultivated, so we're going to have to go through there. And actually, I'm tempted to plow it because it needs plowed as well. After we're done with plowing, we're going to come through and lime everything, and then we should be good up until the weeds start growing through, in which case I don't know that we can use our sprayer. I don't know. I'll have to look into that to figure out whether or not we can use the sprayer. But if we can use that sprayer, man, that'd be awesome. We could put some narrow tires on the Massey Ferguson and just send her on through, and should be good to go. But we're gonna take the Massey. Actually, we'll just leave it there for a second. I want to get the lime spreading. He's gonna go spread lime on the entire field. This is a really cool texture too. I don't know what it looks like when you spread lime in real life, but that's a pretty cool little texture change there. Even on the side there, they're doing some good stuff. So we're gonna take the Massey just to our other field down the road. So we'll drop him down. And then we will have another time lapse. I know, another time lapse, which is crazy because like for you guys it's seriously a couple of seconds, but for me, I don't know how long that last one took. I was actually watching a Welker Farms live stream of him going through his pea fields and his winter and summer wheat, but I was watching that probably half an hour, I bet, to do that tiny field. But this isn't a big plow, so I kind of expected it to take a little while. So we're just gonna leave the camera about here and let her eat. Okay, it has been probably 45 minutes or so. It turns out this field's just a little bit bigger than the other one, but he's on his last pass now. I'm going to tab over to this bad boy. So he couldn't cover the whole field. What I'm going to do is just really quickly run along the edge of it, I think. So we'll just turn her on. We'll run along the edge here. Just try to get as much coverage of the lime as we possibly can. I'll probably have to run it down the other edge as well. It's too far away for me to see from here. Alright, we'll turn that off so we don't waste any. This is one of those things that you actually have to turn off, otherwise it'll just keep dumping. Even though there is already some underneath you, the game sort of realizes that in real life, you would want it off. You wouldn't want it to just keep spreading, so they kind of made that so you don't really have a choice. Pretty much have to turn it off. So we'll kick it back on for just this small section here. And then we will have to make an additional run, I would think, back to that lime station. Man, look at how look at our tires. That is so cool. I'm gonna get a close-up of that. It kind of looks like we just got done driving down a gravel road. If you guys didn't see the Massey over here, look at how filthy this thing is. I'm definitely, before we wrap up this episode, I'm definitely going to have to buy a power washer just so we can get our equipment cleaned up. Fill her back up with lime. Lime's kind of expensive, so with plowing and stuff, I don't know if you have to wait. It used to be, I think, 2 in-game days that would pass. Then you would have to plow again. I don't know how long it's going to take before we have to plow again, or how many harvests it's going to take before we have to plow our fields again, but hopefully lime is sort of the same thing. You don't really need it every time. I don't know. I haven't done this is literally my first actual attempt at trying to do like a Let's Play on FS19. I've sort of toyed around with it a little on Estancia Lapacho, and I had some trial and error with the landscape tool, but it was fun. I mean, the landscape tool is definitely working out a lot better than I thought it would. When it was first released and we didn't really have a full landscaping tool yet, I was kind of bummed out. You know, I thought like maybe they just forgot about it, but as soon as it was added in, I got on there and toyed around with it, and probably 4 months passed after that, and I started toying around with it again. They made a couple improvements, a couple new mods came out, and that was another big reason I didn't want to jump into FS19 right away. I wanted to wait for the good mods to come out. You know, the initial mods are always beta. You know, they test them as well as they can, but they're probably not that good. They don't perform as well as the in-game tools do. Okay, so let me line this guy up. Just center him up. Here looks about good. Start her up and hire the worker out. Okay, so he's gonna spread lime on this field now. I don't think, even if we would have used the John Deere instead of the Massey, I don't think it would have gone any faster. I got to thinking about the camera angle I used too during that time lapse with all these trees around it. Probably looks like crap, but I can always clean it up in post if I need to, but maybe it was good enough. We'll see. I'm gonna take the plow in here, and then really quick, I don't know where they have it at. It's probably under this tab, or no, probably in here, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we gotta figure out where we want to put it. Another thing that I haven't looked for yet is fuel. I don't really know if I have a fuel source. Doesn't look like it on property or anywhere close by, so that's something we're gonna have to look into as well, is maybe putting a fuel tank on property. If I were to want to power wash anything, I would probably come over here. because you could just repair the vehicle and give her a quick spray down and everything will be cool. So we'll put that over there. And just like I just mentioned, we'll come up and maintain the Massey as best we can. Maybe we should have put this further away, because that's going to interfere with our pressing the R button to actually spray these things off. I have the dirt level set on normal, I believe, so this is pretty impressive. It got pretty dirty pretty fast. We'll have to clean the weight off. Is this a 1100? Okay, cool. That's what the sprayer requires, so we can just use that weight for the sprayer also. These almost look scored, like broken. Oh, I wonder if the texture always looks that way, or do we have to repair it? Repair that. Oh, we could have done it before. We didn't have... God dang it. We'll have to pick it back up. Connect our hoses. Okay, we'll lift her up and then back it out of the area. This way, hopefully, it'll either be the weight or the tractor. Okay, it's the tractor. So we'll repair him, 132, just maintenance, you know, regular maintenance. I'm glad I noticed those score marks, because I was wondering too if you would start to see some wear on the implements like that. It was at 35% or something. So that's pretty sweet that you can actually visually tell when your equipment is getting chitty. That's chitty with a CH. I'll just leave the Massey over here. We're gonna use the John Deere for planting. I'm sure the Massey could handle it, but I just like driving the Deeres, man. Now we will take this bad boy and we'll get him hooked up to the planter. You guys aren't gonna see any of the planting, I know, I'm sorry, in this episode. We're gonna save it for the next episode. So that's gonna wrap it up for this episode, guys. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your brother, tell your sister, tell whoever you want. Be like, hey, you heard of that Toogii guy? He's pretty cool, right? All right, that's gonna do it for this one. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.